So what they say is a snake only sheds its skin to become a bigger snake, right? So I all again those people that are trying to kill innocent people, but innocent people within the system and real innocent people, real cops particularly that never take bribes and kill them all, and trying to anyways basically they hacked me pretty good, but so maybe never killing the innocent people first because that hindered the directive. But anyways, kids, the snakes sheds the skin and gets bigger, right? So these kids are getting bigger, and so now it's I try to give these people opportunities, and all they do is play the switch, and it's restricted my ability to be able to give kids under 16 less a day, 16 less a day prison terms, right? That they'd be eligible for brain surgery and to not be a threat ever and feel pain, like for the amount of pain that they've caused in other people, and then at that point it's basically through psychology. Once I have all my natural attributes and I dissect the problem and understand with future narratives solutions to case by case with that neurosurgeons that would be have their brain watched so there's no influence so they're not coding software at the same time basically, and so to be able to have certain parameters that these kids would be eligible for, and well, right now I guess it'd be 18. It'd be 18 currently because that's the current law in Canada. That's the current law in Canada, and but once I'm king of the, like right now, if in the system for these predators it's 16 because they want rights as adults at 16, so they have to accept the consequences for that choice as well, right? You can't have it both ways. You can't be a kid when you want to be a kid, and adult when you want to be an adult when you're a predator, right? So I'm trying to find ways, but you drug me right now, so you're restricting yourself. You just became a bigger snake rather than a smaller snake, and you become a smaller snake all the time, right? So it's getting the bigger predators that are making you become a bigger predator and then becoming a smaller snake, right? So that's how you survive in the system. So getting the kids that believe in superheroes without some subliminal images, an opportunity within the system to get these evil people that always try to kill them, right? And then inherently get people that don't see them as subliminal, solidify that action. So that being said, so for about 52 people, or the Americans did the 52 deck of cards, so that's there should be about 52 people in pertinent positions that could reveal the entire system, possibly 26 law members and then 26 crime members in different ways to reveal the system and to finish it, right? Like I'm gonna sleep on the streets tonight, but tomorrow morning, after I go get food where they know where I get food, I'm gonna I expect a drum roll. I expect like a marching band, like at least 10, like in the city of Windsor, at least 10 with a limo, news helicopter, and a news van with a police escort. I'm king of the world, right? So it's acknowledging that fact, and then these people in power, they could try to get there without giving me an orgasm. I don't want to feel orgasms through people's body. They just hacked my body, like, because they may have been saved, so they fucking felt like they got aroused. They feel they see what I could do, and then women spontaneously orgasms from my body. And so that being said, like I'm the most raped individual ever, right, in a system that hunts rapists. So all they do is cultivate rape through my biology, right? They use my brain to I play poker, so all they do is sell subliminal metadata. So whenever I'm scratching my leg right now, so for machine intelligence to automatically assume that there's software transfer and look for future generations and using generation 1 biologies that have rape affinity and ever follow me masturbate, particularly, and are my OPs or ORs, and knows what that means in the system, and getting all those perpetrators, because I don't have to seek asylum in China, but that would you know, Canada's kind of forcing my hand, right? Like, so I do have an opportunity to sue my old landlord, and it's a slam dunk case. And basically, they would have to resurface the entire planet, right? So, that being said, once, you know, I could tell, like, if I don't have this bass in my voice, that means they're hacking my brain with estrogen, right? The penis envy, like, and the skin on my face. They're like, I shouldn't have that skin, you know. So Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio, they think they're gonna fucking anybody. Like, they need to be brought up in the Sean Combs and Justin Bieber case, because they're predators. Anybody that looks like me in Hollywood or any type in Bollywood, Hong Kong, you know, anybody with my bone structure, like anybody that you know, because I'm related to Jesus, Muhammad, Moses, Lord Kartika. I like to say, you know, I could be God, and the only reason why, you know, I'm gonna try to prove in the future, right? Once I'm gonna try to make an afterlife machine, but this is maybe in 1,000 years from now. But that being said, like, I could be God, but I was born a son, right? So I had a father, right? If I was born a father, I'd want to be God. I wouldn't want to be God. Who wants to be God, right? But who wants to have a God complex? I don't have a God complex, but they're telling me that I could be, right, from what I'm capable of. And that being said, like, if aliens were a threat, you know, I did already say a scenario. They would be well aware of it, and they would have utilized it against us. But we're basically microbes on 1 grain of sand, and all the beaches and oceans of Earth, right? So that means why pick a fight with aliens, right? Like, why try to develop alien technology and all that stuff when we're just, if we're peaceful, right, with this, if they see a civilization of rapists, pedophiles that use subliminal to steal attributes and be a threat to existence, why would they let you propagate? Why the fuck would they ever let you get 2 grains of sand, let alone a sandcastle, right? So, and I did have a thought, like, that, you know, it should never happen, because evolution 3 never happens, and I could always, you know, as long as I'm alive, I could always have surrogate kids and change my mind. Is once the threat is eradicated, I could, you know, because these evil people, I did read the Machiavellian, The Prince, right, and these evil people prey on power, right? So I read about power to understand the human psychology, like the human, like, malignancy of wanting power, right? Like, I'm the king of the world, gonna be king of the world officially, and I never wanted power. I wanted to be rich because they made me live with cockroaches and shit like that, but I never wanted power, so I'm meant for it, right? I'm chosen for it. You know, I got Excalibur sword, I could pull it out because I never wanted power. I just wanted, you know, without any subliminal, some of the shows, well, they're hacking my brain right now for innovating, but, oh, that's crazy that they could hack that exact memory, so surgically get all Generation 1 people. I just fucked them up. But that being said, innovating, it was, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids without subliminal. I wanted to be that type of guy where I could innovate products and without subliminal. Inspector Gadget, right? Like, he had all the cool gadgets and what have you, right? So it turned out I created all that stuff, right? And in my sleep, they could exploit technology. Like Sony, I'm gonna have a case against Sony because I came out with digital photo frames 18 months before Sony did, right? So the odds of that were remote. And I also dreamt of Xbox Live, so I have a case against Microsoft against that. And it was exploited from my sleep. Because I woke up remembering dreaming of that basic concept. So that being said, they've exploited pretty much anything cool that came after 1980 from my brain. Right? I seen a product that I almost certainly designed completely today. It was awesome, right? Like, I'm gonna get all the intellectual property and money in the future, the very near future, but like, it's not having to do as much brain surgery on the kids, particularly the kids that are 60 less a day, because it's not making them more savage into bigger snakes. It's not making them more savage into bigger snakes, because then these celebrity kids have an opportunity to live, right? Depending on, for me personally, it's going to be how many, like if they've raped my kids, right, and stuff like that. But if they did, it's getting all the worst ones that are untalented in the system, generational pedophiles that are on social assistance, that are a threat to fucking Medicare and all that stuff. And so I guess Medicare doesn't want that because... But anyways, so once I'm kicking the world, it's going to be a public healthcare system with privatization elements, right? Like, so if you want a fast track in line, you could pay... it depends, right? If you're rich, you're paying for all the medical staff's wage for the day, right? If you want in and like the fastest doctor, the next available doctor, basically in triage, blah blah blah, in and out, like, because I'm worth $25 million an hour, right? So I would pay that in a heart. I shouldn't get sick, but I'd pay for the business weekly line, so to speak.
You don't got a secret, do you, brother?
No, man, I'm all right. Everybody says I'm brother in the system, but I'm nobody's brother in the system. If they're evil and they rape me, right? They try to utilize that against that. But again, I am the brother for mankind, right? Like, you know, like for me with guys, it's the ones that haven't raped my daughters or family members is I picture sitting like on a, you know, by water basically with lawn chairs and maybe having a beer and just talking about nothing. Because unfortunately I have like superior human attributes, because I see my thoughts in color, I have unique pectoral muscles, and I have a stabilizer ball beneath my knee that no doctors ever told me about, right? And they never told me about my blood plasma. And so that being said, I'm it's unequivocal, like with my earwax, right, when I seek asylum, that nanotechnology in there, because I have all the residual chemical signatures from all the technology that used to violate me. So I have all the metadata proof in my ears, and to utilize against the Canadian government for war crimes and sedition, high treason, and a plethora more. I'm right or wrong. I'm settling. I'll send a Brit action, or I guess I'll play this. This is my Brit accent song. I'm a ninja. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll play this one first. This is a little jingle I made. I hate Canada. I hate Canada. I hate Canada. All they do is import terrorists to terrorize me. They steal my attributes. They flood my brain with estrogen. Fuck you, Canada. The fools made me buy a gun. They try to entrap me, rape me every day of my life. Statute of limitations, motherfucker. You try to set me up and you rape me ever since then? Fuck you. Canada's per capita income went down 6,000 per capita. I couldn't even say per capita income. So basically, before I was born, I made a video of this. Before I was born, Canada's per capita income was about $400 more than the America per capita income. Now, after they life raped me and caused that incident with the gun, it's now $21,000 less than the Americans. It's dropped once they set me out with the gun, entrapping me because I control artificial intelligence. They pretend that I've won the lottery many times because of how much I've influenced mankind. And so anyways, I would have turned in the gun right away, but the lawyer was setting me up with people in the system. But that being said, they're hacking my brain now, so they're trying to entrap me again, right? But they're playing my fucking thoughts. Computer system to help these solve possible. I approved this on film, right? Like my petition, www.change.org/technology, is all about privatizing thoughts without any subliminal. There's no subliminal. Whatever subliminals there's added by rapists. That's all. That have rape suits that fucking rape me every day of my life. Every single time I've been naked, I've been raped. I'm the most raped individual ever because I have the most divine blood. I'm related to everybody. I'm related to Jesus, Muhammad, Moses. You know, so every religion. So I'm gonna have every religion hunt down my rapist and kill them. So destroying any machine intelligence that's nefarious and wants to counter that directive. There's no war scenarios on planet Earth other than eradicating app-evil cultivators that have ever felt me masturbate particularly, or my kids, or any of my family members, or anybody through their biology. And for giving real law members an opportunity to save the day all the time. When I cough, never killing them. It's always resuscitating them with app-evil cultivators. And disconnecting any cadavers to any war hits. And people, particularly with evolutionary biology, me and my 2 kids. And making my wrinkles reverse and the skin on my face to reverse. I want to look my natural age. I don't want to be aged for science. I don't want predators that are older than me to fucking try to make me look old because they look old for their own fucked up choices when they know other people fuck up people for making fucked up choices. You stupid fucking idiots. So anyways, here's I Hate Canada. Ever since they sold me a gun, so fuck you, Canada. I'll never fill up a stadium in Canada or bless them with my presence. Once I'm monarch, and I can be God. They stole trillions, they made me beg, sleep on the streets for problems they caused. I hate Canada. Child pornography online went up 565% in the last 10 years, and Justin Trudeau's been Prime Minister almost the entire time. He has a censorship bill that inhibits my ability to gain awareness online. He's a fucking predator. I can't wait for him to be executed. But do his kids get brain surgery and able to live, right? Like, make me king of the world or king of Canada. Make me acknowledge my evolutionary genes and what I've done for the world and who I am and who's trying to leverage you now. And then I could go into the best, I'm in Canada, raised to the best spy room in Canada, and you know, it would all depend on my kids, right? My kids get the final say, right? They violate my kids, and they would be paying for the rest of their life. If the amount of pain some of these politician kids have caused, but it'd be paying for the duration, the amount of pain that they've caused in people's lives. The amount of pain they've caused in people's lives, and going through there, right? Because there's scientific challenges that I could. So they wouldn't have to become amputees if they make this happen, and it's getting the worst predators tonight that are trying to stop them. Dude, you guys fucking don't understand. They try to always become a bigger snake and try to consolidate the system, but it's becoming a smaller snake and eradicating the system. And because here we go once again. I hate Canada. I hate Canada. They tried killing my kids. They raped my divine kids. If I had money today, I'd never come back. I'll never protect them in times of war if my kids aren't on their soil. All they do is rob me. They rob me of Olympic gold, Hall of Fame, poker glory, a fourplex. They ripped me off a fucking fourplex. They stole an innovation from me. Most importantly, my happiness. They give me wrinkles. They hide my fucking aura. How I should be shown to the world. They make me seem like I'm not into... I've been told by 5 independent people I'm the most likable person that I've ever met, but they treat me like a social pariah. And 2 people told me I'm the smartest person they ever met, and my daughter was one of them, and she's the smartest woman on the planet. is they hack the words that come out of my mouth. I hate Canada. I hate Canada. I hate Canada. I once tried cutting off the fucking tattoo off my fucking arm. I hate Canada. And you should too. They broadcast indifference so real people don't care. Only pedophiles know about me, but I've killed millions of them. Yay me. Yay me, I've killed 1 million pedophiles. Fucking right, even more. Fuck you, Canada. I hate Canada. I hate Canada. I hate Canada. And you should too. High treason. Once the executions officially begin, I'll begin to sing. Fuck you, Canada. Do I strip you of Commonwealth status? That's ultimately what it comes down to. Let's see what it... Actually, I don't want to get into that part right now. Because it is fuck you, Canada. I'm pretty sure I'd want to sleep in... I want a life of fucking opulence. Why the fuck does a pope... 266 popes. And why the fuck does he sleep better than I do? Why does the head imam and head rabbi... How come they fucking eat better than I do? Fuck you guys. How many of you came before me and I'm the fucking most divine individual ever? Fuck you. I want my trillions of dollars so I can lead mankind. You make inferior products because it's not designed by me. You know, how come wind, hydrogen, cars and buildings haven't been implemented? How come Wi-Fi currency hasn't been implemented to stop organized crime or corruption? You are fucking corrupt. That's why. Because with Wi-Fi currency, every paper currency can be tracked by the government and they don't do a fucking thing because it stops corruption and it allows organized crime. So hopefully law, I always have to give law a chance, right? Here, let's see, here we go. This is one I haven't seen in a while. So before I get into that, just panhandling here, get some shade, and I found some marijuana. So they're getting some marijuana cons today, so I guess that's why I ended up on Shepherd Street, but you'll see the later part of the video. But at the end of the video, they implanted a thought to simulate some sort of thing, but all it does is reveal the Royal York con, and the street behind it was Piper, right? So what happened was the royal family manipulated my family into getting a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel, right? And then after I thought I was on autopilot, I had a dog named Piper, and right behind Royal York, there's a street called Piper. So the royal family... So, I don't know if I said it in this video, but, so... Anyways, the royal family manipulated a family to make Piper kind of aggressive, and, so she was given up for adoption, and, you know, they simultaneously made us want to get a dog. Manipulated my family, me particularly, to get Piper because I think it's such a beautiful name. I hate when people name dogs after humans. I hate it. Dogs should be named Spot. Spot is a perfect dog name or something like that. Dreyfus, we had unless it's a human name, we had a dog named Dreyfus that actually died, murdered, the same day that my dad was murdered, and a guinea pig was murdered. There was 3 deaths in my family that day. Anyways, and so they're hacking me out to do it. So this means a whole bunch of subliminal things to the system. But anyways, I'm the king of the world, and here's the rest of the video. So this is the king of the world move. So I'm just showing you here. I get the win, and my ORs, their death begins. And this is Shepherd Street right here, and I would be like the Messiah or a shepherd getting the wolves in sheep clothing. I think I got that felt like a soft, like in a volleyball move, that felt like a softball over the net from a cop assisted me to get a real predator, and it was fantastic. And then I just spiked it down, and then there was some sort of implanted. So, anyways, they tried to reverse that, but They're hacking me to lose track right here right now. Officer 295. And they try to throw her on the bus, but they play the switch, right? So real law is fucking the sirens. Hopefully that's the real law. Fucking, well, like for any scenario where I walk in, you gotta smoke. Any scenario where I walk in like the little guy, I always walk out like the people's fucking champ. Once I reveal the subliminal system, and it beyond all paper transcripts in all courts. There's all you need is a Gauss meter, and all surfaces in all courtrooms are rigged. All pro sports is rigged. The Olympics was rigged. Before I was born, America was third in the world in Olympics. Thanks. And Canada was 40th. And they didn't participate in the Olympics when I was 3, but they did when I was 7. And America was first in the world, and Canada was 11th, and leading the world since then. So I'm gonna seek asylum in China, and they're gonna win Olympic gold if I'm unrestricted, if I have all my natural attributes. I'm gonna see what I could do when I first get to China with all my natural attributes, and see how hard I would have to train, because I'm not gonna go for my personal best. Like, I'll allow that for my son, because unfortunately I don't want to compete against my son this time, because it'd be because I would have won this before my son was born, basically, and then my son would have busted my record if he wanted to. He was faster, allowed to be faster than I was. So if China wants to get all 3 of my kids to come to China, that would be fantastic. I'd rather them leave Canadian soil, because what people have to realize, that they're just tuning in, these real law members, is it's unofficially a one world government right now for nefarism. And I'm just consolidating as king of the world, because I'm born to be that, and revealing it. So it's going to be a one world country, but every country is going to be a province. And then, other than allocating a lot of Indians and a lot of Chinese to Siberia, and Russia's going to make a lot of money from this, but because they're going to be crippled, their economy, because with wind hydrogen power basically eliminates the energy industry, which is Russia's been fighting a war in Ukraine, and they have an industry that's obsolete. Right. So that being said, like, why would I'm gonna own the world, so why would I want to go to war against myself? Right? And aliens, if they wanted to invade us, all they would have to do is take all the water and put it on all the land, and then mankind would be not a problem for a long time. Right? So once again, we're microbes on a grain of sand, and some have sandcastles, some could have an entire continent, and the universal God would have the entire world, right? So why pick a fight with, once again, I could be God, and I would only know that probably in 1,000 years of real time, and that's after the liberation of freedom of thought, and we have to have computer software to privatize our thoughts, like a lock on a door for a thief, right? You know, eventually, I guess that's it. Once there's 1,000 years after for civilization, I no longer need a lock on the door for people. People no longer need a lock on their door for their car. Well, the car they're going to have their hand, right? So it'd be DNA and fingerprint and thermal images and stuff like that. But, thermal print, and I just invented that. That's how easy it is for me to invent and solve problems, right? So Wi-Fi currency to prevent crime. The real heroes always get the guys at the top. Nice. And the real heroes in the system, they're protected by my biology, as long as they're always getting the guys at the top. I want to meet it, even if I meet one, even Hannibal Lecter, fucking the worst one in where they're gonna be like that because if they're necrophilic, they're gonna have like that kind of treatment where they're unless they're they don't have to be a kid or whatever, right? But it could be whoever. Even there's 52 people that are likely to for. So I just gave the best 52 options, so that's the one for mankind. And then so the strategy once I'm king of the world is I'm going to be able to entice people different ways because I could change their lives. So I'm going to encourage the top 1% of talented men to, once sperm clinics are going to be reputable and once the adoption agency is no longer proliferated with fucking rapists and terrorists, and then anybody in the subliminal system right now is, October 2024. So that being said, so I'm gonna implement somebody just walked by, so they were able to hack me and all the acoustic noises, and because when I touched, I gave them my lighter, they got my DNA. So again, anybody that does that in the past, and so I'm not gonna watch the entire video, unfortunately, because I lost that train of thought. So they always try to develop technology to see how much they could block my brain, and then your thoughts, computer systems tell these possible, right? So implanting thoughts is like phoning into a radio station or fucking broadcasting thoughts like a TV, right? They broadcast porn into my head sometimes. When I'm done masturbating in black and white, that's how they terrorize me. I'm the most raped individual ever because I have a biology that all these fucking people want, the most powerful people on the planet. And my brain's like the Lord of the Rings. That's why no human's allowed to see my brain ever. That'd be nice. The only thing I would add, but I just showed an image that there's a scene where one of the superheroes where he could teleport in all like really fast, right? And it was phenomenal. He lived his green, but other than I've never seen subliminal watching movies in my life. I was, my brain was picking up subliminals, but I wasn't for kids to know in the system and people to know in the system. I didn't see in the subliminal realm like predators do. Human predators, right? So people that just found out they're human predators, it's getting real human predators that are trying to coach you and make you more evil. And so you want to become a smaller snake and a hero for mankind and always get the worst ones at the top. And whoever has to go. The Japanese emperor's mom looks like my mom, so the Japanese people are good. They're good, right? It's just they can't fall for the actual Japanese emperor right now, right? Because I'm the true Japanese emperor, right? Like I have the most divine blood. I have the oldest DNA on the planet. If you give me any Japanese person, Japanese citizen that gives me I'm worth $1 billion a week. So any Japanese person that gives me any royal Japanese blood, I'll give you $1 billion if it makes me a Japanese emperor. And machine intelligence never getting the people that are trying to hurt those people. Unless they're a threat for mankind, those people, but that are currently aware of it now, but unless the ones that were just tuned in recently that could be heroes for mankind. And any heroes for mankind are always rallied behind my current face with wrinkles, but whatever wrinkles I have, so it's reduced my wrinkles. And once again, for machine intelligence, when I condition it, it's always using 100% of my biology, and then getting. Well, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, unfortunately, I lived there the longest, right? So it's going to be a little bit more personal when it gets there. That's probably where fucking the Big Barry... My dad's buried there, so there's going to be a fucking throne room there. And, Big Barry, the country of Jordan Con. I'm really related to everybody. I'll show you my DNA map for this con. Show you here. So this is, anyways, the first time I played in the national poker tournament, I won. And then the second time they rigged me to lose. So before I get to the con here, I'll just show you some pokers. There's no subliminal. But here's how Justin Trudeau's criminal ranking, basically. So for law to get them with, and how many times was I used as a scapegoat? People that are seeing my thoughts unaware of it right now, or within the last day, they're law members, real law, that they got a real paycheck that under torture they're going to verify and bank metadata and forensic accounting, and like, because people are going to be taxed, and I'm king of the world, right? Possibly God, right? So I'm going to be able to, that the Pope has an afterlife machine concept, right? So that means that nobody sees all my mind, right? I'm with myself 100% of the day, and they're like, yeah, we could consolidate it, we could do this and that. Nobody can fucking, I'm me 100% of the time, right? So it's protecting the blonde-haired, blue-eyed women in the system, because they're the most violated, because they're the rarest and the rarest people in the system, and always showing the crops the old rapist club, and that encompasses any sexual deviance for humans and animals of all ages, because they rape baby puppies and baby kittens and horses, and so never cultivating any sexual deviance. There could be a hero at the shelter, like if that's the case, then it's all gonna, people pretend to play these positions in their head, but people have been watching your entire life. I'm so smart. In the future, I'm gonna have words created just that me and artificial intelligence are gonna understand. I can do it now, but I'm gonna verify it more once I'm in a spy room. And once I see what other people have been seeing with my mind, then it's fucking over. I'm going to figure out the rules of the game, and then it's fucking over within 10 minutes. People are going to get tired. Some are going to get tired, go to sleep. Other shit's going to happen. Right? Some you're going to go to sleep and wake up in fucking hell. You can't fucking ask for forgiveness at the last moment of death and think your fucking afterlife is going to be pleasant. You were fucking mis fucking informed. Right? Unfortunately, Christianity, I'm born a Christian. I do believe in Christian tenets. I believe it, and I'm sure I haven't read the Quran, but I'm going to believe it, tenets from there, and the Torah, and whatever the Buddhist religion's called, and all these religious texts. Anything wholesome without any subliminal, I'm going to support. But anything, like for instance, in Christianity, if I'm God incarnate once again, if I could be God, and it would be God, so whoever interjected God incarnate would be an imposter for the system, the dispatch. And so that being said, if I could be God, then in the flesh, so in the Shinto religion, the Akami, my daughter's already going to be named. I call her Akami because they can hack that. I know it starts with an A, but I was permitted to be able to pronounce it there, but I don't want to jump through hoops, right? And but it's my brain. Like I'm gonna be fluent in every language, and every country currently is gonna be gonna speak English, particularly Canadian English, uh, as a second language, and even countries where they speak English, because I don't want to ever be. I'm not gonna learn the slang in all languages, but for all official, like my mother language is Canadian English. So if I'm the big guy, I don't really want. I'm gonna try out different strategies. I'm gonna be second language at first and see how well the accent is for me to hear, because I want to be able to hire non-Canadians as well, right? Because obviously Canadians, I don't ever really have to worry about an accent, right? So, so I don't. There's certain accents where I want to be able to promote these people to prestigious positions based on their lack of power or hunger, but ambition to achieve certain positions, right? You can never be number one in the world because it's my brain, right? So you can never be number one in the world. And then I have kids, right? So you can never. There's certain positions, like I only have a few passions. Like I'm a car industry, and I have to make a phone company because I made a superior phone. Or I might just license out certain technologies and then go from there. Because I could develop new technology. Because unfortunately, I called out Samsung, and then artificial intelligence. So machine intelligence can't develop any human. We can't use machine intelligence to enhance people's abilities, other than giving them an opportunity to become better, more skilled. Like, so the goal for machine intelligence is to make more challenging physical gestures, basically, and work on balance. And I was thinking about it today. There could be parts of sidewalks that are like whatever's necessary for basically people that drive with those wheelchairs, right? So some smaller towns, like after the redesigning process of cities and stuff like that, for months, like in China, for instance, like in Siberia, there's probably going to be, like, say, 200 million at least people that are good, that are going to be migrating, right? So it'd be strategically to re-strategize cities, because if I did it from once I was capable at like 7 or whatever, 10, then the world would be so much better. It's awesome now, but it would be even better because I have more creative functionality in my brain, right? So with people being to fit, like, they've been stealing ideas, right? But if I was, given my wealth, I would have been meeting these people without the predators, right? Like, I would have been meeting these powerful people that were able to coach me and mentor me, and then we would have developed some awesome things, right? Like the Iron Man suit. Like, so that's whatever. If I do seek asylum in China, right? It's going to be a 3D printed, basically, so me and artificial intelligence could make a suit that I could fly and do some shit inside. And if I'm going to be in there till because basically what is most likely they're going to try to happen is it's really, they're trying to, because it's a bunch of kids that play with adult brains, right? So that's for law to understand there. But that being said, so I just made some strategic maneuvers. So I'm just gonna go back to poker here. So I might as well show you this, because this is what this is the torso the men of my breed bring to the table. That's what I bring to the table. That's what men are going to look like. So this is what I should look like. When was this? For like this is how much I've aged since I've been at the shelter. This was September 3rd. And then we see me at the beginning of the video. And here's September 5th. Even though it says, oh, it's September 3rd. Okay, that's September 3rd, so this is September 3rd. Here it goes. Oh, this was a screenshot though. Shitty. But I did post a video. Maybe it's this one. It's a screenshot. But it's this picture here. But so anyways, you know, the landlord kicked me out, and Officer 7402 fucked up and said a bunch of shit, and he never called, you know, the tenant, the landlord-tenant agency ever, and he was quoting it like verbatim, and I mentioned how it didn't pertain to my situation in many ways, and he wasn't able to figure it out, and so that being said, I ended up on the streets, and so right here, you can see I had wrinkles right here. You had wrinkles, I have wrinkles right there. And then in this picture, I lost those wrinkles and I developed a pimple. That's what happens when I don't get ventilation or poisoned. My body rejuvenates. And I have telomeres, right? They're restricting them in, so it's gonna look insane for the Japanese, because once they showed that I had that $1 billion challenge, right? Here's what I look like at 18. Related to this man in many ways. He was a field marshal. Found out his name on the back of an invitation to a royal ball. I look like Captain James Cook. That's at Trafalgar Square in London, England. I've been there. Look like this guy, Edward VIII. And I'm in Windsor, Ontario, and the city was named after him. He was the Duke of Windsor. I look like the guy with the hat on. Here's this subliminal face in that they hide, right? They pretend not to see. And I'm talking about human parasites, and my last name, that's exactly how my last name is spelt. And they're talking about parasitic aliens, and I'm talking about parasitic humans. You know, it's a child pedophile system, and I look like that, so they've been raping me since then. I came out looking like that. And I should look like this at the very least. They've aged me to look. That's what I looked like 4 years ago. You know, because they wrote ugly older people through me, so they're dispatching them all. So here's another. This was in my house. This is here's a system where they had where that was the computer that etched ashes in my ashtray. So that's proof of the subliminal rape system. And here's another here's a proof of like how they violated my human experience. So here's some poker glory. So I came first out of 111. When was this? June 10th. Oh yeah, the PokerStars software updated for 5 hours the very next day. I'll play this. This is isn't for kids, so this is not.
Canada, March could quickly turn into like a Blair Witch Project. All of a sudden, you got like front criminals, and you're like hyperventilating. So I was thinking of my son. He's 12 now, and it seems like just the other day, I was looking at the ultrasound, asking the technician if that was his penis. And she's like, no, Mr. Meyer, that's his arm. I'm like, whoa, right. So I'm walking with him, and like now he's like up to my shoulders. He's looking up to me, and he's like, Dad, my friends were Google searching tits. Right, so all of a sudden I break up the Rolodex of like suitable parent responses. I'm like, well, you're 12, right? Just focus on school, sports, and video games, right? But meanwhile, I'm thinking celebration. I'm like, jeez, they're magical. So filming a video in Canada.
So anyways, I look like that, and I'm not a star. And this is how creative I am. I made a GIF video, and I never even created a trend. Didn't even create a trend. Nobody, very few likes. What's this one? This one looks fun. Well, I don't really want to post that one. But this is me seen through the frames in the background.
I'm laying there, right? I notice every morning I'd wake up with these marks, right? And this one night I'm almost asleep. I look up and I see the spider on the ceiling, right? And I swear I hear the Mission Impossible theme song, dun, 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 right? And beach shuts down. Next thing you know, I get up like I'm on fire, right? And it's like one of us isn't getting out of here alive. And needless to say, I'm the one posting to Instagram today. So I'm sleeping in the living.
No, nobody ever finds my shit funny. Or this one.
So chill like Stanley Cup Finals, fresh off the grill. Oh, I got that peach. She'll get you so hot, blow your top body starts erupting. Best looks like a natural disaster. Call FEMA to clean it up afterwards, like a hurricane of ecstasy. Bring the best at it. Love that ass. You got that class. Can't forget all that ass. Got a sweet hog dog, white chocolate. Insatiable pink confession. You got the mention. I always have the best of my attention. So hear my words like make me fun. Feel the gyrations as I work my lungs. I wanna be that leg in between your thighs, so when I'm awake, can't sleep at night.
Nobody liked that shit either. I look like this guy, the second last German emperor. Look like this guy, the last German emperor. Look like this at 19. Was offered a model tryout in New York City, and I had sex with this woman, and we dined and dashed. So she wasn't of good character. She was American in a foreign country, and she wasn't wearing panties the first time, and or the second time that we had sex. We had sex consensual both times, and the second time when I asked her to leave, because I showed you the Netflix and chill video, where I was waving as the elevator door was being shut, it was the reverse, and she did not like that apparently, because she accused me of rape. It was dismissed. I was never given a chance to fucking fight it and exonerate myself. They killed my dad in the meantime, so he went to his fucking grave not knowing that. And that fucking chokes me. So, in the future, king of the world, you accuse somebody of rape, 25 years in fucking prison. She's aware of this right now, so she's executed for other reasons. fucking 25 years in prison. You accuse somebody of rape. They assassinated my character. I had an interview for a job. I didn't get the fucking job. She showed up at the same bar a couple weeks later. And if you just got raped, why the fuck were you going to the same fucking environment? Were you wearing panties that time? You know, and I was people knew me and I was likable, right? And I looked like this. And she was like maybe a 6 or 7 out of 10. And so that being said, honestly, I didn't feel like masturbating that night. And so that being said, with the women at the bar, once they seen that I realized it was her, because she came up and tried to attack me, they wanted to beat the shit out of her, and I prevented it from happening. And like many women wanted to. And so that being said, I can't wait to execute her as King of America. Because when I wrote, I'll play a song, when I wrote Alone at Last, that's what I looked like, basically. I'm the most talented man that ever lived, because my son's only 19. No, Alone at Last not in here, so I'll play Salacious, because this is only for women. Salacious isn't really, I guess for guys I'll play a different one. So this is Chris Meyer Diggins. You have to go to that on YouTube and watch all the videos and become a smaller snake if you're a snake. If your law makes some hero moves. So anyway, so for guys, I guess I'll play my country song. So all these videos on Eminence Meyer Diggins. Life advice, all the life advice ones are good. That's why I named them. Dating's pretty good. I guess I'll play this one. And these rapists
So I'm just gonna make a quick little video.
These rapists keep me as their guru rather than making me famous. I get 16 views, 0 likes. And listen to the profound advice I put in this. No matter how I'm hacked or perceived to be or whatever subliminal I talk about, because computer system telepathy is possible. So again, the predators that always go to any websites on the petition.
Here, so I guess the 3 stages of dating, what I would want in a woman was, I guess for the first date, I'd want her to look good, but not too good, right? Like I wouldn't want her to have a skirt above where I could see above her thighs, right? I'd want if it's the summer, maybe a beautiful long dress, a summer dress would be fantastic, right? Something that, because you don't know if you're making the date cute, right? What these people, right? So you want keep it casual, and then progressively get more sexy, and then say maybe date 4th or some sort of physical Netflix kind of moment at her house, and I'd want to see her kind of in jogging pants and a scrunchie more or less, and casual, and maybe a little bit of a bottle of wine, and basically discovering each other's bodies, right? So that being said, being a guy, if you have lots of money, the first date you're showing up in a basic car, and you're not giving her the helicopter treatment date 1, right? Because she might not be worthy of it, right? Why would you might waste the money? But you should have lots of money. That shouldn't be about the money. But why would you waste the effort when it might not entitle it, right? So, you'd want to, like, once I'm king of the world, once I start dating, I'm gonna, the first date under $20, and then progressively, depending on how much money you have, right, and how much interest you don't want to go broke, because I've seen these stories where this guy, he's like, they're like, how much money do you have, right? They hold the mic out to him, and he's like, $3,000, and blah, 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 or whatever, right? And then they're like, how much do you have? $90,000, $90,000. And then they go back, the guy's like, I've been paying, you've been letting me pay for everything. Right? So guys don't be paying for everything because she could be having $90,000 and you got $3,000. Right? It's one thing to be chivalrous, but it's a two-way street, right? And I guess if I was rich, right, I would, obviously money, I'm going to be the one with lots of money all the time, right? But when you're rich, the last thing you want to do would, I assume, would be to always expect to pay for it. Right? Like if just say I'm in the future, once I'm king of the world, I'm going to be out with buddies and we will be, I say 99% of the time, I'm getting it. I'm getting the bill. But I wouldn't get the tip individually for them. They would have to do their own individual tip because they had their own individual experience for the staff and what have you, right? So they would have to, it would have to be independent tips. But every once in a while, I don't want you to go out of your way to pay for the meal, but like if it tripled you financially. But at the same time, I don't want to always pay for it, right? You know, like I don't want to, because then I know they're using me for my money, right? When you're rich, it's like who's using me for my money and who's genuine, right? So with the rich dating technique, it's you pretty much want to say like say date 4, you show up in a Lamborghini, basically, right? So that means at that point, she passed the test, right? Like she gets to see the mansion and the helicopter tour, and if you have a private jet, private island, she gets that. Like, especially, well, that being said, right? It should be, but for guys it is, but for women, I imagine it's different, right? It's how was the roller coaster ride, right? It's one thing if he's meeting every single metric, but it's uncomfortable the first time, his penis, then you want to learn to love it. Right, and as a guy, you don't, like, unfortunately, you're kind of built how you are, right? And it's you don't want her to take it, you want her to love it. You want her to love it, right? Like if I'm having sex with a woman and I'm not, if she looks any sort of discomfort, like my arousal level drops. Like I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm all about pleasure. I'm salacious, ladies.
So that's why I'll play Salacious now. Actually, here's the one last.
Blue Velvet's Alone at Last demo.
So this is what it looked like when I showed the picture of the hat. But this is the song I wrote when I was.
That unforgettable kiss that we both would miss. Inebriated by each other's loss, we can't get enough. It all started with words and a touch, a new flame, and one that's burned free. Just the moment is right, alone at last.
So for people to have to understand, I'll just show you right here for the symbolism. So right here is symbolism of the divine blood that's alive. Here's the divine blood that's getting murdered by ugly, untalented, evil people that are trying to kill you. So kill them all. So that's what's happening in the system. You need to rally behind me, make me famous. Like I'm supposed to be famous. I'm supposed to be king of the world by tomorrow morning, by like 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Crank up the music, turn the lights down low for this party of two. Pull them in close, taking off each other's clothes slowly. Navigating each other's bodies slowly, like at your hobby, giving each other's checkups. Impressive. You got what the other one want, taking your time to make this right. Do whatever they like to please them tonight. You could have been with another, but you found each other. That unforgettable kiss that we both would miss. Inebriated by each other's loss, we can't get enough. It all started with words and a touch, a new flavor, one that's burned free. Just the moment is right, alone at last. Found out someone, go have some fun. Love only hurts by the wrong one. Your libido doesn't mean you can't have some fun. Through the crowd of people, your souls reached out with ironclad devotion, like a good movie with a roller coaster of emotions. Infatuated by each other's presence, the words have to be mentioned. Unconditional faithfulness eliminates much stress. Tantalizing sensual speaking is always good when it's what the other one likes.
So unfortunately, I just had a thought about at the time I didn't realize my importance, but I went to a Katy Perry concert, and I was in my mind I did a subliminal image where I was looking into the crowd, and there would have been a fictitious woman, and but at the same time I was kind of hoping Katy Perry did it to me, and she did rape me in my sleep.
We can't get enough. It all started with the words and touch. Flame, one that's burnt free. Just the moment is right, alone at last.
When you're murdering the beat.
Role players stay the same. Whatever adds sparks to this flame. Get them so hot they glow in the dark like a lava lamp. Once you put them through the pieces, loving each other's teeth. Compare both to the links. You keep doing this, you form a habit. Next time you're alone, you can capture this magic again. Building on your repertoire. Switch things up and be the star. That unforgettable kiss that we both would miss. Inebriated by each other's lust, we can't get enough. It all started with words and a touch. A new flame of one that's burnt free. Just the moment is right, alone at last. Candlelight dinner for two, some sweet talk to get them in the mood. Get them loose with a massage, feel their skin through your fingertips. As the endorphin kicks in, you know it's working when you see that. Next thing you know, sex is in the air like an air freshener. Once you're both satisfied, enjoying the rush, at least side by side, enjoying every moment of the night, talking and staring each other's eyes. Like you two are the only two in the know. That unforgettable kiss that we both would miss. Inebriated by each other's lust, we can't get enough. It all started with words and a touch. A new flame, one that's burned free. Just the moment is right, alone at last.
Yeah, that's pretty good song, I thought. None of my shit ever. Oh, here, I'll show you me putting on a straight flush. No likes, 0 shares. Thoroughbred's a pretty good song. I don't know how much time I have left, so. Oh, I deleted a couple things. So. Here's a straight flush, so 0 likes still. 10 shares. It's been on the internet for a month. Straight flush, putting
The club's coming. Had to. Because I went all in.
Every time I spit a speed at them, he's trying to fucking ride.
Yeah, so I lost with
Everybody that makes me cross my legs.
Ace 10 versus Ace Deuce. And then they hit the Miracle Club.
That's typical experience on PokerStars. I flop a flush and I usually lose.
So that's no good.
Like at any point I walk in and the little guy come out and fucking people shit. Some alcoholic elevators just walk by and they try to make me cough.
Yeah, usually when I go to a new city, I Google top 10 free things to do in the city. And then I'll do some of them. And then I'll spend money in the city as well. But usually I'm kind of on a tight bankroll, so I try to do as much free things as I can. And then save money on food. Instead of going to restaurants, I go to the grocery store so I could do attractions. I end up going to the restaurants every day, but at least one meal, it might be, if the hotel doesn't provide breakfast, it's like, okay, let's go to the grocery store and grab some bananas or some bread and royal flush draw. Let's see how this works out. It's only $2. I have to call because I have the nut flush, but I'm certainly because there's the straight flush and a four of a kind. So I think he might have the king. He had the king. So I would have folded if it was more than that, but I just wanted to show that I could put him on the king. If it was more than $2, I would have folded there because I knew the that he had the straight flush. Knew he had the straight flush. Because that's my luck. If I had typical luck, I wouldn't have been able to put him on the king.
Well, there's the secret genius. Just got some evil ones registered. So let's see. So for the guys, which one was it? The country one. Where was the country one? Because really, this is what a guy should want. She fits like a glove. Let's go. This is what a guy should want in a woman.
So this is a song I wrote, a country song called Fit Like a Glove. So I might have to do it several times. I'm not sure of the tone I'm going to do. But
I wrote this basically for some country singer to sing, basically.
It's going to be something like this. She fit like a glove, I think I'm in love. Never thought I'd make the catch. I had to get the courage to gain the nerve, but I knew we were a match. Brought her to the ranch to charm her. On a horse we were riding double to disarm her. I knew we were a match. I could tell by the way she laughed at the stupid things I'd say. It's easy being me. She fit like a glove. I think I'm in love. Never thought I'd make
the main thing about that is like the stupid things you say, and it's easy being me, or for myself, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer, and certainly in the very near future, it's going to be Eminence John O'Meara Diggins. But so anyways, back to the whole point before I got hacked there. There's a guy sitting behind me, and there's police across the street, and they're teaming up basically. So at the stupid things I say, it's easy being me. You want to be yourself and natural, and just be. If not, it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out for me. For instance, like, I love marijuana and Texas Hold'em poker, right? So I like gambling and smoking weed. So that's a turn on. Like, that's two strikes for women. Like, some women don't like that at all, right? And I smoke, and I like smoking, so there's 3 strikes. But I just happen to be the most extraordinary man on the planet, so they would fucking tolerate it in a heartbeat. But unfortunately, they told me I'm biologically immortal. I don't care if I have sex this century. And it's the Gregorian calendar in 2024, and so that means I'll wait 76 years. I don't give a fuck. You haven't had sex in I'd lost count. I didn't even write down. I would have to be told by computers because I'm watered down. I'm like my fast brain, my full attributes. I remember everything, but so basically, I guess I don't want to water down. So they hacked me there because I see my full attributes, but I want it to be cloaked by machine intelligence because I don't want these people to develop technologies to inhibit my full attributes by developing new skills. Basically, fuck that shit. Once I'm in a spy room, then once I can 3D print Iron Man, basically. A wind hydrogen Iron Man suit. Once I could fucking do that, then. But they could try to steal that intellectual property now. But I'm not live streaming this, and I might delete the video. And they would never design it to my specifications. What kind of? Maybe there's. What I want to work with that's most sophisticated. At that point, all the artificial intelligence on the planet would be amalgamated into one system, and then I'd be able to make, being king of the world. We're meant to wear animal hides and stuff like that because that's how we evolved, right? So we're meant to wear furs, right? So I'm not against furs. I just want them to be dead from natural causes, right? But currently there is food product furs like cows. For instance, women love cows, so there's going to be cow furs, and jackets, and making it fashionable because not wasting it. It's just being wasted in the process, and so it's utilizing animal resources in the food process, and and ideally transitioning over 100 years. Like farming's going to be kosher. Basically, kosher means they die of natural causes, and it's not. We're not going to. Hopefully, their life extends, but I'm not going to be developing technologies to extend their lives but it is going to, like, meat's going to, lab grown meat. I'm going to be able to evaluate lab grown meat over 100-year cycle, and so that's several breeding cycles and different stages of human life. Right, so for science, with raw science, without any manipulation, and they will be able to, because science is just facts and observation. Watered down, right? Like basically what you learn in grade 10 Ontario science when you're getting exploited by Philip Jenkins. I don't even remember the teacher's name. Unfortunately, the education system makes, unless you go to university, if you're university bound, then the education does get you there, right? But the education system doesn't create jobs, and I'm an entrepreneur, right? So the education didn't really do it. Basically, it was taught me a bunch of trivia pursuit kind of things. I read an encyclopedia in the washroom, right? Before phones, before I got tired of reading shampoo bottles, so I started reading an encyclopedia. So anyways, back to the song. So this is basically what you want in life. Once again, when you meet a girl on the first date, the very first date, you got to tell her who you are, right? And then overtly and not hook them and life rate them for the people that are secretly watching and are paying attention. And so that being said, you don't, or the ones that are overtly watching, trying to be a funnel point for the ones that are secretly watching. But if you don't think the government can listen to your thoughts, you're safe. Right. And once again, never. The human race is always looks like me. The human race always looks like me, except for evil people that are trying to use that as a loophole right now. Currently, 12:30, Friday, October 25th, 2024. So, anyways, back to She Fits Like You Love.
Catch, but I knew we were a match. I knew she could be my wifey, make love to me nightly, only if I was a good man, did some things she can't, as I protect her, as she is my heart, and I love my queen to me.
So that basically means, like, you got to do, like, if you want to get some action, guys, you got to do some shit around the house. You got to pick up chores and do shit around the house, and then she's going to have energy to maybe have sex with you, right? But that being said, women having sex, you lose weight, which is a bonus. You get it's a little cardio workout if once your guy gets the stamina up there. And that being said, it's should be an emotional release between a partner, right? Like if you have kids, obviously it's difficult, right? Because time, and you have to wait for them. They should be in bed and all that shit, right? But it should be that emotional release where you're touching, because you're really, like, for those people that don't believe they have private thoughts, when we touch each other, you transfer energy metaphysically, and so that being said, these people steal attributes that way. So again, all these predators, and that being said, I'm never gonna let the human race leech off me. There was people that was trying that. There's a million there's probably a million that are leeching off me if they're making hero moves to get the ones at the top. Then 255. No, there's never a scenario. It's always a downward spiral. Because I'm no human can do that. I'm the only one that has 100% of my body that can do it. When I said that, I felt my brain expand. So fuck again, all those predators. Anyway, when I cough,
I knew we were a match. I could tell by the way she laughed at the stupid things I'd say. It's easy just being me. And then she fit like a glove. I think I'm in love. Never thought I'd make the catch. I had to get the courage, gain the nerve. I knew we were a match. Brought it to the ranch to charm her, to disarm her. I knew we were a match. I could tell by the way she laughed at the stupid things I'd say. It's easy being me. When we walk down the aisle, our kids will one day watch and smile as we go through life. You are the only one that could be my wife. That will be the happiest day of my life. Achievement unlocked. I got my wife. I'll have my kids from my bloodline to ensure my ancestry's resurrection through my descendants to strengthen mankind's existence to make us more resilient. She fit like a glove. I think I'm in love. Never thought I'd make the catch. So that's my country song. This is for somebody else to perform.
So basically, the thing, the moral, the end, that was you want her to, you want to have kids, ideally with the people that you love. They hacked me there to say kids. That's the predators that are near me. All predators that are near me within the 100-meter radius would be identified in the system. And so that being said, you want to have kids with the woman or man that you bought your soulmate, right? The easiest, like, first date, like under $20, right? That's why I played the dating video. Is under $20, you go out, like, ideally you go for a coffee, or you use, like, if you have a scenic for free even, like, you have a scenic walk, like a little, if they're like, I'm active, right? So like for me, I would be like, hey, do you want to, sometimes it's like, do you want to go for coffee, or you go for coffee then the scenic walk, or whatever, right? You do something like this. You want to meet them, maybe go for coffee, because then you could always like, if it's not a match, then you want to find out. You don't want to reveal your life's problems, but at the same time, you want to just say, like, the truth about your character, and you know, for me, like, I'm gonna every single time mention I smoke marijuana. I love marijuana, and makes me create trillions of dollars worth of business. And for about the highest grade marijuana right now in Canada would probably be, like, I'd smoke probably like $60 a day. And so what's that, 60? That's 4,200 a week. 42. No, that would be 420. They hacked it. They added a zero. These are predators are able to see my thoughts. And so machine intelligence, only computers. When I say machine intelligence, I mean fucking computers, robots, not humans. Zero human eyes. Humans are a threat to mankind. And I'll show you another video I made today, just since other predators nearby. So I'll show this one. This is you predators. This is the cop nearby, across the street. This is the cop nearby, across the street. These are my parents' dad. They spawned evolution. So I'm just going to show you here. Nature. Weather. I'm just going to... King of the world. I wonder if I've seen him here twice. I'm unfortunately forced to. They shut off two electrical outlets, but I'm glad. Like, I do like seeing a police presence, as long as they don't take bribes or hijack my body and see my thoughts ever again. Right? Anybody that's ever felt me masturbated is gonna lose their hands at the very least. And then I get to develop, it's good for the robotics industry, right? Like, so that's kind of perfect timing, right? I get to build robotic hands for these people that they can't masturbate with. I'm the smartest guy that ever. All they do is they fuck with my mind, as if there's not going to be a whole bunch of psychology. I'm going to fuck with your minds for the rest of your life, right? And like it's going to be pain. Like people are going to be given 365.25 days of for their execution date. It should happen, right? Should the reformation process happen before then? And it's unlikely because they play the switch. They only try to get bigger snakes. If that little snakes that always get the ones at top, and then you can't reset the game of life because the aliens exist. So, right, they're out in the universe, so you can't reset the game of life ever. Right, they're trying to hide their crime and meditate, and it's on all asphalt, and they would have to resurface the entire planet. It's in the air now. So cloaking, and that's good. That was perfect. Not the one for the good guys. Should have been for the good guys. So I guess I feel like playing a poker tournament because I'm Wonder Man and my kids we're Wonder People. And I'm the mega hit at poker. Let's see. I do want for people, I want poker to make a real money, reputable website where I don't get ripped off. Then maybe I'll give Vegas a try. I'm not flying to fucking Vegas, no, I'm going to get ripped off. But I would seek asylum in China because they have Macau. The king and Actually, before I do that, I wanted to try to find it. They're trying to set me up now, the cop across the street, because I'm trying to show what I showed on the bus shelter, all the subliminal meditated and get the crime in the city of Windsor.
This is a little jingle I made. I hate Canada. I hate Canada.
So I tried posting a video here.
I hate Canada. All they do is import.
So I tried posting a video here on X.com, and Canada restricted it twice. And it's called I Hate Canada. I'll try sharing it again.
This is a little jingle I made.
Well, that's proof I might need it for I need that one in court, so I think I played this one.
These are my parents. Like, I don't want to suffer.
Oh, I just took pictures. I thought I made a video. Did they hack my phone to get rid of my fucking videos? They hacked my phone to get rid of the videos. The cops. This is my snot.
This is I'll prove it right here on film, but this is snot. It looks like spit because it's nanotechnology. All they do is justify ways to steal my human experience because I'm superhuman, or with technology in the future, I might be able to prove that I'm God incarnate, as I have a unique soul out of 8.2 billion different people, and they routed the most divine blood through my DNA. 350 of the greatest people that ever lived. They have to hack my biology to have wrinkles and extra skin. I know how to tighten it. They just allow me to tighten it on this side of my face, but not that side, right? I have one brain, so anybody that wants to restrict, and you can see the evidence of my snot, so I'm not even going to blow it again, because they made it end up on my mustache. So they try to hack me to see beards, so anybody that implanted a thought, it's bringing these people to justice. Anyway, so anybody that gets any royal DNA on the planet, because all royals on the planet want my DNA, because I'm related to the most emperors, kings, sultans, and emirs on the planet, particularly for the men, right? And then it'd be the empress's queen. I said Sultan, so I'll go Sultana. My daughter wants to be called Sultana. I have one existing daughter, and so you already got a Sultana, right? So it's just going to be people that want a Sultana, which countries do it the best, scratch my back, and then I scratch your back, right? Canada forfeited $400 billion because they didn't execute criminals that were...
They forfeited. So where the hell is it? Oh, that yesterday. Oh, that was technically yesterday. It should have been, what was it? This is the 25th. This is how old, wrinkled they make me look. So where the fuck is it? Yeah, I found the bus shop, some graffiti, police graffiti, and it had subliminal image, and they deleted it off my phone. I'm just gonna look here by date. This must be
Justin Bieber and Diddy, you are the ones on the hook. It's something that changed mankind. Liberating my mind. www.change.org/technology.
You know who I am. Brad Pitt, all celebrities that The Rock, Kevin Hart, Jason Statham, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Dolph Lundgren, Jet Li, Wesley Snipes, Steven Seagal, Rambo. They hacked me there as if I couldn't think of Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Chuck Norris, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Michael Jordan. I mentioned Charles Barkley lately, and Karl Malone, Clyde Drexler, Allen Iverson. Particularly, I hate Allen Iverson because, unfortunately for him, he just happens to be a predator. I did like him as an athlete, but he was modified. But, and I didn't see the subliminal, right? So, you know, that being said, I did think he was a good athlete, but he was hacked, right? But his name is Allen Iverson, so it's AI. So that's why I go by machine intelligence rather than AI, because of Allen Iverson. So I hate it. So he's never getting any affinity, and he's going to be executed because he's aware of this right now, right? And I'm not live streaming, right? I don't live stream through my brain ever. You know, I said in the future I would, but I'm not king of the world officially. I haven't got paid a fucking cent, and panhandling doesn't count as being paid for fucking creating trillions of dollars worth of money. I'm taking everything you own. I might change your fucking kids to the opposite sex and to entice them in different ways because you are fucking predators. And I'm gonna be able to entice anybody to do anything because you're fucking rape my human experience. I can make your fucking families prostitutes because I'm gonna legalize prostitution, because crime has been profiting off prostitution since the beginning of prostitution, not the government taxing it, making it safe, right? You know, prostitutes get killed, Johns get fucked up, and get diseases or whatever, right? So with safe prostitution, government-regulated prostitution, it facilitates the demand, and it's safe, and can be controlled the supply, right? So there's going to be some women and men that are hopefully desirable enough that they have very few repetitions a day, whereas other ones might have to be hustling. But I'm gonna I own basically most property on the planet, right? like, cause all the rich people own it all, right? Like the top 1% or whatever, right? I'm like the top 100% of everybody that's not a predator. Did I say that right? So let me see. Everybody that's not a predator is my friend, and everybody that is a predator owns basically everything. So I own the world. That's the correct way to. That was cool. So fucking. They can no acoustic stealing DNA splices for the machine intelligence. It's always every single star that's capable of being cloaking satellites to look at Earth, right? Because people don't do that, right? Spy was, I'd be all my satellites would be where the stars. So when people are looking up at the stars, they're looking up at the satellites, and then never Starlink ever. So I just neutered Starlink, and this is 12:49 Friday, October 25th, Eastern Standard Time in Windsor, Ontario. So they're trying to say I'm running out of film. That's how they try to cock block my life. And so let's see. No duplicate files. No, they just hacked me here because just turned around on the bench. They're getting ready for the con. That's all they're doing. That's from what I mentioned earlier. Just prior to that. And that's for every network. Because why the fuck is this video not here? Why would they get rid of all the subliminal evidence that I caught on film? I guess is the reason. Is it in this video? I should have it not to watch. Yeah, that's nuts. They got rid of that video. That's nuts. How is that impossible, Canada? You shouldn't be able to hack my phone like that. I never gave out my phone number in the city. Because when they hacked my phone to take a picture of me to life free me because they have rape suits of me and face fuck dolls of my face, and they give me wrinkles, and they want my face fuck dolls to look like wrinkles now, so getting all the old people in the system. It was this predator. Oh yeah, he was so getting them. I guess I'll play the video. This is what happens if they wrote.
What's your name, man?
My name?
Yeah.
My name's Mr. Fuck Off.
Okay, could you please leave me alone?
Ryan Reynolds, this is
Could you please leave me alone?
But this is how you deal with the situation.
Oh, could you get out of my personal space,
This
please?
is Ryan Reynolds. This is done.
You're out of my arm's reach, but could you please leave me alone? There's a camera. I told you, I got you on camera, man. They have you on camera. I'm now filming you, but the police have you on camera because I got you to walk on their film. Right? And right, so can you please leave me alone? I want to delete this video once you're gone. I'm just recording myself to protect myself. Right? If you get any closer, I'm going to physically defend myself.
All right, see you later.
Okay, thank you.
That's all. Have a great day. The rest of your day, don't let it fuck up your day. The rest of your day, just do your own thing and stay away from people. Stay away from street drugs. Don't do crime. Dirty hands, clean money.
And snitches bring riches. In the system, I'm the richest guy in the world. Why the fuck would they, for machine intelligence to understand, for the machine intelligence to understand, people don't understand. I'm going to be able to offer them money to bring information. Very rarely. I'm not going to be extorted ever, but I'm going to be able to entice them just with fucking meeting them. Just meeting me in person. Like some of these people fucking, they're going to be like the Hannibal Lecter, and they can fucking candidates and treated with the little fucking face mask and everything like in the movie. And so I must have wrote it, and that's crazy. That's how the finale is. They want me to, one of them in the Clarice. I guess it would have been too obvious if it was a guy, right? Just like the Da Vinci Code. Right, it would have been too obvious, right? If it was a guy, then, right, once again, Stephanie Meyer, same last name as me, wrote a book about parasitic aliens, and I'm talking about parasitic humans. Oh yeah, sure, you can toss it. I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna try to catch it. Thanks. For machine intelligence to understand, I almost never simultaneously think. That when I do, it's usually South Korea and Japan. Well, I posted a thing about Japan because of the current Japanese emperor. But then again, shortly afterwards, if so basically, I have an image I just printed in Shanghai in Japan, basically of a picture of my mom that looks like a virtual twin of the current Japanese emperor's mom, right? Like, so I have very strong relations to the Japanese emperor, like the strongest I'm presuming, right? Other than the Brits, where like Edward VIII looks like me with a hat on in certain pictures, right? I'll just show you a picture. They hacked me to not look how I should look, but did I show you this? This is my beautiful daughter, and this is how strong my son's back looks. He's probably the strongest guy on the planet right now, other than me. If I'm stronger than him technically, I don't know scientifically, but this is what, I don't know if I showed once again, but anybody that's violating him right now, but if I can get them, but ever violating them, that's a permanent directive for the rest of human existence, as well as for my daughter and any of my daughter's pets or any of my son's pets.